Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Bastrop High School in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, for this one between your Anderson Trojans and these hosting Bastrop Bears. We are glad you're with us. Going to be getting started a little bit early here, as we tend to do. It was a big victory for the JV team, pushing up our start time a little bit. Going to be getting started in about 2.5 minutes, and we are glad that you are with us. My name is Jack Farrell, joining you here, like I always do. I'll be on the call with you here on this edition of Anderson Trojans basketball on Vype. Shane Scholwinski, my QA back in the Vype Life QA, keeping an eye on things. Soon Eventcat also monitoring the broadcast, giving us some nice graphics and everything. But this one should be a fun one. This is a Bastrop team that enters the ball game at 15-16, 6-3 in district play. As it stands, that's good for third place, and right now we're having a pretty good look at what the playoff picture is going to be. Anderson at 8-0 by my math. They've already clinched a playoff berth. They only have 3 more games, and with 3 more games after tonight, but of course Anderson gunning for bigger things. District title firmly in their grasp as it stands at the moment. McAllen behind them at 7-2. Bastrop at 6-3. Lhasa at 4-4. Those are your 4 playoff teams right now. Cedar Creek at 3-6 behind them, and they've got a big one tonight against Lhasa. A loss there would all but end the season for Cedar Creek. Should be a fun one. Last game was certainly a fun one. Anderson got the victory back at home, 55-42. However, it was 38-46 Bastrop after 3 quarters. Anderson pulled away with a 17-6 fourth quarter. Able to hit some big free throws late. Luke McReynolds, 13 points in that one. Zach Wallace and Austin Haywood both had 11. Leading the way for the Bears was Preston Alexander. He also had 11 points. The Trojans coming into this one at 15-15. Of course, a perfect 8-0 in district play right now. Looking to keep the perfect season alive. Trojans looking to be over 500 on the season for the first time all year. They started off 0-6. Of course, playing the top of the area and the out-of-district schedule. They're trying to get over 500 here. They were at 0-6, and at one point they were 7-14, but of course being 8-0 in district has pushed them right back to the brink. Anderson, this is our last road game after they will go back home finally on Tuesday. They haven't had a home game since January the 23rd. It'll be against Navarro, who is currently 0-9 in district play. But here we go. We're just about to send it down to the PA here for our national anthem and the announcements of our starting lineups. We'll send it down now. You're watching Anderson Trojan basketball right here on Vype. Back in on the broadcast, 8 minutes up on the clock here. Should be ready to go. Getting started a bit early here. We are glad that you are with us. Trojans win the opening tip, and Anderson wearing their black alternates here. Here comes Anderson, first possession on offense. Anderson finally, their full starting lineup is back. Luke McReynolds coming off the bench against McCallum. Ben Burris back, so everybody back where they ought to be, as that one goes into the corner for Ben Burris. No good. Rebound strong for Bastrop. Driving in, step back from the elbow, that's no good. Rebound up in the air and taken by McReynolds. So both teams starting off 0 for 1. Rickards now onto the right side into the corner for Perkins. Now nice pass back door, but it's stolen away by Bastrop. Up top, now into the lane, losing the ball. Damari Perkins takes it away. Damari into the front court, going to take it all the way, and that one is swung at, but foul called. First free throw up and good for Damari Perkins. That opens up our scoring. Makes it 1-0. And Perkins goes 1 for 2. Ball batted back by Perkins, but Bastrop clears it away. Up ahead for Burns. Burns loses it, but it's just going to be a jump ball here. Driving in, number 5, Alvarez. His shot is good. So Bastrop takes their first lead of the game, makes it 2-1. Here's Burris, passes over to Rickards. Miles back up top for Burris. Ben into the paint, now back out, finds a cutting Perkins. Shot no good, rebound Rickards. Can't get the putback, and taken away here by Rangel. Rentera into the paint, no good, and he will head to the line for 2. First one no good for Renteria, and let's shoot one more. Six minutes, 11 seconds to go as 1 for 2 goes Renteria and makes it a 3-1 ball game. Anderson the other direction. Burris kicks to the corner for Perkins. Damari going to take the three, no good. Rebound goes to Burris. Back out for Perkins. Over to Noah. Swing to the right side. There's Luke McReynolds, no good. Rebound once again loose. Ball on the floor. McReynolds takes it away. Pass over to Rickards into the corner. Burris going to attack the closeout. Hop step into the paint. Found himself free at the basket. Can't hit the shot, but he gets his own board. And a lot of contact, but no foul called underneath. Bastrop takes possession. Rangel with it. To the right, foul called on Perkins. Step back three is no good. Rebound loose and into the hands of Alvarez. No, Burris. And out to Wallace. Zach Wallace into the game now for the first time. He's pushing the pace. Jack Bowie in the game as well. McReynolds driving baseline. Kick back up top. Rickards fires from three. No good. Rebound into the hands of Rangel. Up top, dancing into the paint and off the hands of Burns. That'll go Trojans' way. 3-1 here. 3 minutes, 15 seconds gone. Anderson trying to get something going offensively. Bowie stuck without a dribble. Rickards back out into the paint, kicking to the corner, and too much on it there for Wallace. It'll go the other way. Up for Rangel. Ball is loose, taken away by Anderson. Here's McReynolds. Luke, still just the 3-1 ball game. Now kicking to the corner, trying to break that streak is Burris. No, rebound underneath. Goes to Bastrop, pushing ahead for Alvarez. Shot from the wing, no good. Wallace saves it into Bowie, who just saves it from going out of bounds. Pass up ahead for Burris. Ben into the paint, finds a cutting McReynolds. Luke at the basket, fouled hard. 2 free throws coming. Score stays the same. Rickards going to check out. Perkins going to check in. McReynolds goes 1 for 2 from the line. He's got 1 point. Anderson has 2 points, shooting 50% from the free throw line, and here we go the other way. Rangel swings it over to Alvarez. A lot of contact there on the perimeter. Anderson not whistled. Both teams with 2 fouls. Pass to the corner. Renteria. Pass outside, Carter puts it on the deck. Pass to the corner, there's Alexander. Now back up for Alvarez. Alexander Working on Burris, gets in the paint, bumps him off. Shot from the mid-range, no good. Rebound goes to Bowie, and Anderson coming the other direction. Here comes Noah Perkins. Noah, no dribble, finds Burris, and he finds Zach Wallace underneath. A nice pass from Ben Burris. And as always, a nice cut from Zach Wallace. Gets the first field goal for the Anderson Trojans. It's 4-3. Here's Alexander. Alexander, number 24. Shot from the wing is no good from, and we have a foul. This will be going the other way. Carter whistled for the foul. The shot from three is no good from Alvarez. Corner, Rickards into the paint, layup no good, defended well by Burns, and Alexander takes it away. Good defense from Rickards here now. Alexander, nice pass off, left alone on the baseline was Caleb Burns waiting in the dunker spot, lays it up and in. Bastrop takes the lead back, it's 5-4. Perkins going to line up the three. That just rattles out. And now here come the Bears. Fading jumper, no good off the side of the rim. Lob up ahead for Wallace. Zach, it's a 2-on-1. He's going to take it into the paint. Foul called on Alexander. He pushed him from behind. Late whistle there. So Anderson back to the free throw line for free throws 5 and 6. Second free throw, no good. Bastrop coming the other way. Into the paint, shot at the rim, no good. Foul called. Ryden Alvarez will step to the line for two. They're going to get Wallace for the foul. 5-5, low-scoring game as Haywood is going to check in, as will McCarron, Briggs, and McIlvaney. So Anderson going with 4 subs. Haywood came on a bit early. McReynolds, Perkins, Rickards, and Wallace. We'll see who the lone Trojan to stay in is. And it'll be McReynolds. So Nick Briggs, Jude McCarron, Will McIlvaney and Austin Haywood join Luke McReynolds. Alvarez, Alexander, Rangel, Burns, and number 12, Jackson Spots in the game here for Bastrop, as that one's no good. It stays 5-5. McIlvaney up ahead, McReynolds. He's 0 for 2 from the line there. Anderson in the bonus. Shooting if they get fouled here. McReynolds, shot from the wing, no good. Anderson lit on the basket early. Nice job by McIlvaney to poke that one out as he gets it to Haywood. Finds a cutting McReynolds. Luke at the basket. Nice sequence there for the Anderson Trojans. Luke McReynolds with 3 points. Breaks the tie again. It's 5-7. Here's Rangel. Pass inside. Shot from the elbow is good. There's Spots, the junior. And Anderson racing ahead. McReynolds had his pass taken away. 40 seconds to go here in the quarter. All the way, Alexander back outside for Alvarez. He works his way around the top of the key. Gets inside, pass back out to Rangel. He'll put it on the deck, spinning on Briggs. Killed his dribble. Back out here for Preston Alexander. The junior, 1 point in the game so far. Gets into the paint, passes off to Burns, and Burns will be fouled. We'll get Briggs on the whistle there. fourth team foul against Anderson. So with 12 seconds, no fouls left for either team. Ben Burris checking in for McReynolds. Alexander inbound. Goes back with it. Rangel, he'll catch it over the shoulder. Now down to 10 seconds. Last shot here for Bastrop. Burris defends. Rangel crosses over, slips, gets his footing back. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Burris with 2 seconds. Ben, shot, eyes up, double clutches it, and on the bad attempt for what it was. It'll be 7-7 here after one. Got to update the scoreboard. Too frantic of a pace to get the scoreboard going, but Anderson led by Luke McReynolds with 3 points. 3-2-1. 3 for McReynolds, 2 for Wallace, a 1 for Perkins. Damari Perkins. Bastrop 2-2-2-1. Burns, Alvarez, Spots all with 2. Preston Alexander, their leading scorer last game, with 1. Here we go. Fouls reset, of course. And we're on to quarter number 2. It was a quick one. Glad you're with us on a Friday. If you're just joining us, did get started a little bit early. Should be Anderson ball because they won the tip, and then there was a jump ball there in the first quarter. So Burris. Trojans have the starters back out onto the floor. Inbounds it to McReynolds. 7 apiece. Looks like we might be in for a close one. Pass to the right side. There's McReynolds over here. It's Ben Burris crossing over on number 23, Cameron Jackson, who's in the game for the first time. Hounding defense. Burris able to get it off and a foul called. They'll get Jackson, the senior. McReynolds gets it back to Burris. Over to McReynolds. Nice play to get Luke open. Shot no good. Anderson ice cold here early from the field. Perkins going to try and break that. Tried to go off glass. No good. Rebound goes to Bastrop. It's Alexander taking the ball up the court. Into the paint, foul. Like Alexander might have taken an extra step, but maybe the foul caused it. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws. Foul on Noah Perkins. Alexander to the line for the second time tonight. He's now 1 for 3. Oh for 2 there. Rickards the one-handed rebound. Nice job. Burris back to McReynolds. Both teams, unlike today's February weather, are frigid. As Ben Burris able to get one to go from the inside, ever cutting. He finds his way to the basket there for 2. Anderson takes the lead back. It's 9-7. Spots left open from the mid-range, and he cans it from the elbow. That's Spots' second basket. He's got 4 points. Anderson up ahead. McReynolds pass off to Perkins into the hands of Rickards. Miles going to take the 3. That no good. Perkins skies in for the rebound and lays it up and in. Noah Perkins into the scoring column here. Makes it 11-9. Let's get that right before we resume action. All right. 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Now to 25. Pass into the elbow. Burns has it, and it's stripped away by Perkins. Noah lobs it up to Damari. Damari chases down in the corner out to Noah, and Anderson will slow it down. Burris working on Jackson, finds it to the corner for McReynolds. Back up top, Perkins. And Anderson slows it down. Left side, out to Damari. Damari going to fire the 3. Anderson 0 on 3 balls right now. Alexander. The step through, that is a legal move. And Perkins turns it right back over. Jackson's got it, misses the shot. He'll shoot. I know that step through can look real funky, but that is a legal basketball move. It's very odd. But if it looks obvious and they didn't call it, you know. Jackson's first free throw, a line driving in. Gets Bastrop closer to the tie here. McReynolds out, Bowie in. Damari Perkins out, Zach Wallace in. Burns and Spots out there for Bastrop. Jackson at the line. Alexander and Rangel, the rebounders here. Austin Haywood also in the game for Noah Perkins. One for two from the line. Rickards batted it to Haywood. Anderson fortunate to come away with that one. Now Rickards takes it up, hands it off to Burris. Ben, with 5:30 to go in the half. He's blitzed by Jackson. That'll be his second foul. Jackson checks out. Alvarez checks in. Burris. Haywood. That pass hit. Nice job by Spots. Bowie tried to take it back. Jackson Spots having a pretty good first half. Picks up the steal there. Already has 4 points. Here comes Alexander. Spins inside. Pass inside for Burns. And he is hammered. He'll head to the line off the foul from Burris. A lot of hard fouls in this one, but they're basketball plays. High arcing free throw there for Burns. Drops it in. Had 9 points in the first outing between these two teams, and the game's tied. First foul against Burris. Third team foul against Anderson. Still 5 minutes to play here in the half. And that one no good. Burris tracks it down, so we remain tied. Rickards. Off to Ben, pass to Haywood. Tried to find Wallace, but it's poked away by Alexander, and another turnover for the Anderson offense. Here comes the Bastrop offense. Bears looking to get the lead back. We've had a few lead changes here early in this one. It's shaping up to be very similar to the last game these two teams played, and timeout. So the Bears take their first time out of the ball game. It's 11-11, 4.5 to go here in the second. Jackson Spots the leading scorer in this one, the junior. Number 12, 4 points in the game for him. Burns and McReynolds. Caleb Burns for Bastrop, of course, Luke McReynolds for Anderson with 3. Trojans 1 foul to give, Bastrop 2 fouls to give. It'll be white ball. Coming out of the 30-second timeout. And we shall resume here. 8:15 on a Friday night. Preston Alexander ready to inbound it. He does so to Diego Rangel. Wallace defending. Alexander going to work on Burris. Bowie flashes up for a moment. Alexander taking him back out. Spins on Burris. Step back outside. Alvarez going to fire the 3. That's an air ball. Anderson basketball. Haywood was fighting underneath there. Goes out on White. Bastrop bringing the full court pressure here. Anderson breaks it easily this time. It was a light pressure from Bastrop. Rickards goes cross court to Bowie. Jack pulls it back, gets the Directions from the bench. Coach Swanson barking orders from the Trojan corner. Burris crosses over. Bounce pass to Rickards, a little slow. Miles, and he loses it out of bounds. Bastrop 6-3 in district play, but all of their losses are to the teams that, as of today, would make the playoffs. Swing to the right side, sidestep three, and that's good. Ryden Alvarez from downtown, he's got 5 points. It makes it 14-11. Bastrop takes the lead back. Anderson got to find some sort of rhythm offensively as they turn the ball over. Just 11 points here. Alvarez inside, leaner, that's going to be no good. Rebound batted around, loose, and Bowie has it. Trojans going to try and push the break. Bowie had it, lost it, foul call. McReynolds, Perkins, and Perkins. Back in, Wallace, Haywood, and Bowie out. Isaiah Arnold, the junior, number 21, checking into the game for the first time. Jackson Spots will check out. Burris also heads to the bench. McReynolds, Briggs, Perkins, and Rickards. They go to the backcourt. Luke McReynolds has it. Hounded by Alvarez. Cross it over. Watch those ankles, McReynolds. Very close to the half-court line there. Perkins. Double comes. Pass to Rickards. Here's Briggs. Briggs going to fire the three. His first shot attempt. Anderson still ice cold. Briggs dribbles inside. Passes to Rickards. Miles at the basket. Stepped through and tried to lean into it. No call. Rebound goes Alexander. Alexander all the way into the paint. Can't hit the shot, but he'll head to the line for 2 free throws. They'll get Perkins on the foul. Damari wondering what he did. That's his second. Anderson out of fouls to give now. 2:37 to go in the half. 2 free throws coming. Well, we're all right. Not going to wipe the floor. No subs here. First free throw coming for Preston Alexander. He's 1 for 4 at this point. And there we go. And didn't think he'd stay 1 for 4. Is that one no good? 15-11 now. Rickards up ahead. McReynolds. Bastrop defense all over the Anderson offense right now. They can't get anything. Anderson's missing a lot of shots. They haven't played in a week since their Friday game was postponed, as there's Rickards to the basket. Miles in for 2. That's his first bucket. Anderson, of course, coming off a game postponed on Friday, played McCallum on Saturday at the Burger Center. Now having having Tuesday off. Coming into this one ice cold, as Alvarez going to fire a deep three, and he knocks that down. Ryden Alvarez with 8 points makes it an 18-13 game. Up ahead, Rickards. Miles had Briggs behind him for a moment. Rickards turns the ball over. Alvarez, right side, back out. Alvarez, another deep three. He fires away that one, an air ball. Nick Briggs on the rebound, and a pass up ahead for Perkins. And Bastrop gets an official warning on the bench. I think that one's going to go against Coach Hobbs. The official on the baseline here already having none of it. Perkins and Perkins out. McCarron, Briggs, Rickards, Burris, and McReynolds in now for the Trojans. Well, these Anderson games find a way to get chippy. Out McReynolds, Luke. No dribble, got to help him. Briggs into Burris, Ben, pass to the corner. Rickards open for 3, he's going to fire. That one way long. Rebound Briggs, saves it in bounds, but saves it into the hands of a Bastrop player. Foul on Burris, free throws coming. 90 seconds to go here in the half. Bastrop 6-3. Their losses come to Lassa, Anderson, and McCallum so far. That free throw up and good. Alexander, 3 points all at the line. Briggs out, Rickards out. McIlvaney, Wallace, Burris, McCarron, and McReynolds all the way in the backcourt. Is that one good? Four for 8 from the free throw line is Alexander. Pass inside, McCarron at the basket, lays it up and in off the assist from, McIlvaney at the basket off the assist from McCarron. Make sure the scoreboard's right. McReynolds defending Alexander, now switches on to Wallace. Back out, Alvarez, 8 points, 2 threes in the ball game for him. Gets into the paint, tries to go behind the back, and a foul called on Burris. Looked to me like Alvarez just kind of tried to jump through the defense and went down. But he'll shoot 2. Anderson. Bastrop complained a lot about the officiating last game. Now it's Anderson's turn. No good. Under a minute to play in the first half. Anderson just ice cold. And Bastrop has lived at the free throw line. Alvarez has had a good half. He's got 9 points. Pass inside. Another one from McIlvaney. He can't hit it, but Burris is there to clean it up. Nice job for Ben Burris to get to the basket. Tried to give himself an assist. Trojans trail by 4. They were down by 6. One of their larger deficits in district play. Sitting at 8-0, they haven't trailed a whole lot. Inside. Pass back up top. Alexander going to fire from deep. That one too long. Rebound Burris. Ben, foul. – 16 seconds left in the half. We'll play on. Burris, 7 seconds left. Screen from Wallace. Ben gets inside. Back out. McIlvaney going to take the 3. No good. Rebound. Alvarez did get that off, and no good. So a pretty icky half comes to an end with a Bastrop lead. They lead at 21-17. Both teams headed to their locker rooms now. Ryden Alvarez a game-high 9 points. Jackson Spots with 4. Preston Alexander with 4. Burns with 3. Jackson with 1. And on the Anderson side, it's been pretty balanced attack, we'll say. Everybody's sharing the load of missed shots as well. Ben Burris with 4. McReynolds with 3, McIlvaney, Rickards, Perkins, and Wallace with 2. Damari Perkins opened up scoring, going 1 for 2 from the line, and that is his only point. But it is halftime. Anderson's got some work to do. It was 7-7 after 1. So Bastrop outscoring Anderson 14-10. And that one, in that quarter, it's a nice football score. It's 21-17 on your Super Bowl weekend as we approach the big game. But we're going to go ahead and send it down to the court here. Get your sights and sounds. We'll keep an eye on the clock. When Anderson comes back out of the locker room, we will rejoin you for the second half. You're watching Anderson Trojans basketball here on Vype. We're glad you're with us. Anderson trying to get above 500 for the first time this season. Bastrop at 15-16, trying to get back to 500. Anderson at 8-0, trying to make it 9-0. Bastrop trying to make it 7-3, which would really put them in good standing for a postseason push. We'll have the rest of it for you on the other side. You're watching Anderson basketball on Vype. Half number 2 coming your way. Should be a good one. Trojans trail by 4, just 4. And a half where there was a serious lid on the basket. Anderson didn't make, I don't think they made any jumpers. Everything coming at the free throw line or at the basket. Only 17 points in the first half, 7 points in the first, 10 in the second. Kind of how it went last time. Anderson won at 55-42. They got hotter in the second half. They trailed it after 3, but only by 2. Anderson down by 5 now at the half. So still in good position, but plenty of work to do, both offensively and defensively. Bears first team out on the court. Starters for Bastrop. That's Ryden Alvarez, Diego Rangel, Preston Alexander, Brent Carter, and Caleb Burns. Trojans still in the huddle here. They have 8 seconds. So plenty of time. Anderson also coming back out with their starters. So starting 5 v starting 5, it will be Bastrop ball to get things going. Diego Rangel will inbound here to Ryden Alvarez, who had some big shots there in the first half. He's got 9 points. It's 21-17. Alexander going to fire the 3, and he opens up the second half with a shot from the outside. He had 4 points all from the free throw line where he's 4 of 8. McReynolds pushing. Perkins, he's going to try the 3, and the same woes of the first half continue for the Trojans as that one missed badly. That one no good. Rebound outside for Anderson. Here comes McReynolds. Perkins. Now Burris. McReynolds there at the elbow. Ball loose. Damari able to track it down. Pass to a cutting Burris at the free throw line. Will be turned back off to McReynolds. Luke driving baseline. Passes to Damari. Damari little push shot. No good. Rickards tried to tap it back, and Burns is there on the glass. Seven-point deficit. Rangel fading and hitting. So Bastrop hitting 2 tough shots to start, and Anderson needs a timeout. Trojans down by their largest deficit in a while. Is Anderson going to burn their first time out of the game? Just a 30-second timeout, 26-17. Trojans have gotten really good looks at the basket. They've just missed them, and they've missed them badly. Sometimes you have those games. This by far the longest road trip of the district slate. And Anderson's had the week off. Not making excuses. They got to convert on some of these looks. Just sometimes things happen for a reason. I'll try to explain it. The long layoff and the hour-plus bus trip. But here we go. Full court pressure here from Bastrop. And here comes the student section. Perkins, lob cross court. McReynolds off the screen from Owen Jones, who's into the game. McElvaney puts the ball on the deck, finds a cutting Jones. Back outside, right wing, Damari Perkins for 3, and he knocks it down. Good timeout for Anderson. Damari Perkins knocks down his first field goal, cuts the lead from 9 to 6, and the Trojans have eclipsed 20 points. Alexander back up top. Alvarez. Alexander drives into the paint, and he's fouled. It'll go against Anderson, of course, number 12. Yeah, that'll be Owen Jones. Alexander, 7 points, inbounds, 26-20. Got to go just all the way into the backcourt. He tracks it down. Volleyball onto the court. Backcourt. Here's Rangel. Spins on Perkins. Damari doing a good job staying in front. They hand it off to Alvarez. McIlvaney had it, tapped it into the backcourt, and saving it is Alvarez. Crosses over on McIlvaney, spins, going into the chest of McIlvaney. McReynolds trying to find his way to the basket. Burns had it back, gets it blocked, gets his own miss. Now he goes out. Alexander driving in. He'll pull up from the free throw line. No good. A lot of contact as he trips Perkins. As Coach Swanson believes that one might have been throwing up the X. But no, it'll just be a common foul. Both teams with one foul apiece. Pass to McIlvaney, will to the basket, no good. Good defense there from Alexander. Jones trying to get it free from Burns, but he can't. It remains 26-20. Here's Rangel into the lane. No one stopped ball there. Rebound goes to Burris. Ben racing ahead. Trojans as he steps around Alexander, but Alexander poked it free. That's a nice job there by the Bears forward. And inside, Rangel gets it to go and one. That's Rangel's first bucket of the day as Jones picks up the foul. It's at 28-19. Haywood into the game along with McCarron. Perkins, Burris, and McReynolds. That's the five for Anderson. Rangel can't convert the three-point play. Here's McCarron looking to get the ball to McReynolds and does. 8-point deficit for Anderson. Burris. Anderson got to find some quality looks here as we're nearly halfway through the third. Haywood, pass to McCarron. Jude at the basket, lays it in. 2 points there, 28-22. Bastrop is led by as many as 9. Alvarez back out for Alexander. Alexander into the paint, stops. Back out for Carter. Carter spinning in, throwing elbows, shot no good. McReynolds on the rebound. Lob ahead for Burris. Ben, and that one will be pinned against the backboard. A chase down block by Carter. And coming up ahead is Alexander. He spins into the post. Shot blocked by Haywood. So back-to-back highlight blocks, one on each side. But as I always say about highlight blocks, Bastrop gets to keep the ball. Jackson spots into the game to inbound. He had 4 points in the first half. And Carter, push off, offensive foul. As Carter picks up the tech. McCarron instigating a little bit. This is Bastrop team. They play with an edge. 2 free throws coming here for Anderson. They'll pick their shooter. Burris getting the sophomore Haywood out of the situation. That's some senior leadership. Damari to the line for 2. First one no good off the front of the rim. 5 points for Damari, the lead down to 5. Could be a big swing here as the Trojans get the ball. Carter to the bench. So it's Alvarez and Rangel out there with spots, Burns and Alexander. Here we go. 3:37 to go here in the third. Cross court, Burris. Off to McReynolds. Luke stops, kick to the corner. Perkins, another three. That's good. Damari Perkins, his second three of the quarter, and the Bastrop lead is down to 2. Inside, Alvarez, floater no good. Burns on the glass, no. Loose, Perkins has it. Damari racing up ahead. A lot of contact, he'll slow it down. Damari, gotta get rid of it. And Anderson gonna call the timeout to preserve the possession. Just a 2-point lead now after, it was like Anderson just hadn't been able to buy one tonight. Damari Perkins hits 2 big ones here in the third quarter, cutting the deficit to 2. Bastrop leading by as many as 9. And it looks like Cameron Pullen going to check into the game. Haven't seen him yet. Back out of the timeout. McCarron in on the inbound. McReynolds, Perkins, Haywood, and Pullen. Got to get it in. And they do to Damari. Go cross court here for McReynolds. And Anderson will set things up. 28-26, 3:02 left in the third quarter. Haywood. And Haywood just, I thought he had somebody behind him. And Alvarez, that one hits the deck. Ball is loose. And a shot good here for Rangel. Haywood tried to fly in for the block. Alvarez wild to the basket. It sort of collided. And now Alvarez down. Let's slow this thing down, pump the brakes on this thing. Looks like Jay Aldridge ready to check in. So Anderson will have the ball. As Alvarez helped off the court. Anderson ball. After the made basket from Diego Rangel, he's got 4 points in the quarter. McCarron to inbound it, gets it to McReynolds. Anderson able to get it across. Here comes Haywood. Spins. Fouled. With the 4th team foul against Bastrop to just 2 for Anderson here in the third quarter. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left. McReynolds to inbound. Perkins going to fire the 3. That one affected by Jay Aldridge, who's just checked in the game. And here's Aldridge the other way. Ooh, slid on the floor. Rangel working on McCarron. Jude, some productive minutes here off the bench. Sidestep 3 ball on the way. Rangel can't convert. And not sure what Burns is doing there, but it'll go out of bounds off of White. As he gets it into Perkins. 10 seconds to get it across. Down to 2 minutes left in the third. Trojans had it down to 2 a moment ago, now trailing by 4. McReynolds Perkins, Damari going to take another, and that one will hit the deck. And they'll get pulling on the foul there. It was Burns in the middle of it again. Burris checks in. Damari Perkins going to check out. Hit a couple big ones, but Trojans still trail by 4. Damari 8 points, leading all Trojans. Alvarez with 9, the only player to have more right now. Here's Rangel. Burris defending. Here's Aldridge. Dancing. Alexander going to flow into the 3, no good. Burns there. Timeout. Minute 27 seconds in this third quarter. That's upped the intensity in this one for sure. Bastrop got off to a hot start in the quarter. Anderson has been able to answer. Trojans trailed by 4 at half. They trail by 4 here. 9 points apiece. White ball. We'll have it baseline out of bounds. It'll be Alexander to inbound it. Alexander will just go into the backcourt. Rango will track it down around the free throw line. Alexander crosses over. Rangel going to catch and fire, no good. And Perkins wanted the push off on the rebound, won't get it. Into the corner. Aldridge going to take the 3, that's good. Lead back up to 7 for Bastrop. Trojans need to find some offense that isn't Damari Perkins. As Noah Perkins drives in, gets it off to McReynolds. That one, Aldridge tipped it. Aldridge either fouled him or tipped it. And I don't think the answer to that is a Trojan backcourt violation. Trojans got to play on here. 40 seconds to go in the third. Rather, they'll just 26-32 here as Aldridge loses it. Wallace out of bounds. It'll stay here. Anderson playing that backcourt. 30 seconds. 6-point lead here for Bastrop. They rolled out on Aldridge at 2, I believe. Now here's Rangel. Loses it. McReynolds up ahead, finds Rickards. Miles had it taken right back. Probably should have held on to that one. Up ahead, here's Burns. All the way to the basket, no. McReynolds, 10 seconds left. Here comes Anderson. Luke McReynolds off to Rickards and foul. 2 free throws here for Miles Rickards. 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. A little short-armed on that one as it goes loose into the backcourt. Anderson will have another crack at this. Burris inside, layup at the buzzer, no good. Perkins tried to get it, and that will be the end of the quarter. But 32-27, Bastrop wins the third quarter by a point. But just a 5-point game heading into the fourth quarter. We'll step aside. You're watching Anderson basketball on Vype. Fourth quarter time here at Bastrop High School. Trojans looking to stay perfect. Bastrop looking to pick up what would be their biggest win of the season. Anderson basketball to start the fourth, 8 minutes to go. Perkins will inbound. Anderson has their starters on the floor. And they'll get it back to Damari. McReynolds wasn't ready for it, but caught it in midair. Nice pass. Nice patience. 2 points. The lead is 3. Alexander. Good defense from Perkins. As a clothesline there, and he will go down. Foul on Perkins. They're going to get a flagrant there on Perkins. He got his arm around the head and neck area, so 2 free throws and the ball here for Bastrop. One for 2. Lead back to 4. Perkins will remain in the game. Spots to inbound. And they'll go into the back. Alexander working on Rickards. Rickards reaches in, pass inside Aldridge, short, rebound Perkins. Rickards, Anderson going to try and push possession and taken away from behind by Aldridge. Couple steps there. Aldridge gets his own rebound. Alexander on the catch. Spins in on Perkins, up and under off to Burns, and Rickards fouled him. Some good minutes off the bench for Aldridge, who started the last game. Haven't seen much of him here until the injury to Alvarez, and now we've seen him flying to the backcourt. Fouled out in that first game. Free throw no good for Burns. 3 points in the game for him. 33-29, 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Already 2 team fouls against Anderson, so Bastrop likely will find their way into the bonus at some point here in the fourth quarter, but been spotty at the free throw line as that one goes off glass. 1 for 2 for Burns. Into the corner for Perkins. Burris all the way to the basket. Layup no good, and it's just been that kind of night for Anderson. Can't hit anything. Here's Alexander. He bowls into the body of Perkins. Rebound taken away by Rickards. as Burns hit the deck. Rickards was trying to take it over the top of his head. .6:42 to go. Anderson with just one foul left to give as they'll go into the backcourt. Double comes on Alexander, back outside. Rangel left open for three. He'll fire, he'll miss. Rebound goes to Aldridge. His floater no good. Rebound goes Spots. His shot no good. And more free throws here for Bastrop as they're in the bonus with 90 seconds gone in the quarter. As in the doubleheader in this season, both home teams getting the favorable whistle. The Trojans trail by 5 in a game where they just have not been able to make a shot. Their opponent living at the free throw line. But Burris, McIlvaney, Haywood, Briggs, and Perkins in now. That's Damari Perkins, who has a team high of 8 for the Trojans. 1 for 2. 6-point deficit, which feels massive with the way this game has gone. Haywood spinning into the corner. Perkins going to fire the three. He can't hit, and Damari's been the only one that has made a jumper today. Rangel, and that's a travel. I think it looked like he was bracing for contact that never came, and he chopped his feet. 6 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. Briggs gets it to Perkins. Damari contacted. Haywood had it poked away from behind. Looked like Aldridge got him on the top of the arm. And another travel. Bastrop fans with the same complaint back in Anderson's house. Madhouse on Mesa now. Shoes on the other foot. Briggs off to Perkins. Now Briggs, one dribble. Damari off to Burris. 29-35 on the cross-court pass to Briggs. Pass inside for Haywood. Got the man in the air. Haywood at the basket, drops it in. So Austin Haywood able to find his first make of the day. Anderson's across 30 points. It's a 4-point game at 35-31. Here's Alexander, 8 points in the game for him. And stolen away by Burris. Ben read that one nicely. Up ahead for Haywood. Austin lost the ball. Patient, lays it up. 4 straight points for Austin Haywood. The Anderson deficit is down to 2 points. It's 35-33. 5 minutes to go in the ball game as we're headed for a good finish. As Alexander into the paint. Pass inside. Nice pass as Rangel fouled. More free throws here for Bastrop. The 6th foul against Anderson, still 0 on Bastrop this quarter. No good. This game would not be close if Bastrop was hitting even 2/3 of their free throws. Back to a 3-point lead. Perkins, he was looking for McIlvaney cutting back door, but he overthrew it. Aldridge on the other end, no. Rebound loose. Briggs saves it into Ben Burris. Nice job by Anderson to just keep the ball there. Burris into the paint, hands off to Haywood. Ball is loose. Austin gets it back. Haywood no good. Rebound Spots. 36-33 coming the other direction. Shot, no. Rebound, loose. Burris there. Bodies hitting the floor. Up ahead, McIlvaney. Will into the corner. Damari puts it on the floor. Back outside, Nick Briggs open for 3. He'll fire. He will make. Nick Briggs joins the party with his first bucket of the ball game. It ties the game at 36. And after all that, the Trojans have tied it with 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the game. But it's going to be an uphill battle with the foul situation being what it is. Anderson going to make some subs here. Wallace, Bowie, Jones, and Rickards are going to check into the ball game, but that's a full timeout. How about this for Anderson? Other than Damari Perkins, who has 8, let me count here. There are 10 Trojan players that have scored in this game. Damari Perkins has 8. Nobody else has more than 5. Perkins, Haywood, and Burris have 4. Rickards, and McReynolds have 3. McIlvaney, McCarron, and Wallace have 2. So it has been a absolute team effort. And while that tends to be the MO for Anderson, usually there's one guy that has about 15 points. Damari Perkins the closest to that, but in a game like this, it's been so low scoring. And Ryden Alvarez, the leading scorer for Bastrop, is out, and I don't assume that he will return. So they have Preston Alexander out there. Jackson Spots hit a couple jumpers. Rangel has been to the free throw line a few times. And here's Aldridge, who's been out there playing great defense, but he's missed a few baskets at the rim. The ball is loose. Aldridge there. He's got a nose for the ball. He gets it to Carter, and Carter lays it up and in. Brent Carter gives Bastrop the lead right back out of the timeout. 38-36. Jack Bowie finds Owen Jones, and that is going to be a foul. Carter will check out, and that'll do it for him, I believe. So Carter out of the game. Anderson will bring out some substitutions. McIlvaney out there with Bowie, Perkins, Rickards, and Burris, trailing by 2 with less than halfway to go in the fourth quarter. Bowie, pass fake. He'll pull it back out into Noah in the corner. Noah puts it on the deck. Pass inside McIlvaney, waits for the defense, and short-armed it. It was Alexander there, and a jump ball here. It's taken by Perkins. It'll go the other way. Wallace checking in. Anderson going to sub for defense. Perkins going to check out. 3:34 to go. Bastrop with a 2-point lead and the ball and the bonus. Rangel taking his time getting across, and he does. Alexander with Rickards defending. Screen comes from Burns. Wallace going to come up on it. Now Alexander, no dribble. Back to Rangel. Bowie defending. Burris tried to get a hand in there. Timeout. You need to keep it a 2-possession game, or rather a 2-point game. Don't let it get to a 2-possession game. (38-36). Bastrop has led all the way since the second quarter. Anderson outscoring Bastrop in this quarter, 9-6. Anderson hasn't had the lead since the first half, I believe early in the second quarter. They've tied it. They have not taken the lead here in the fourth. Aldridge out there. He's having a great game on defense. Caleb Burns is out there. Diego Rangel, Preston Alexander, and Jackson Spots. Damari Perkins, Austin Haywood, Miles Rickards, Zach Wallace, and Jack Bowie in for Anderson, as they'll go to Rangel. And that one's stolen away by Bowie. Telegraphed the pass. Bowie was there. I don't really even think he saw him, but here's Damari Perkins, a 3 for the lead, and that's good! Damari Perkins from downtown. He's got 11 points. Gives the Trojans the lead, 39-38, just under 3 minutes to play. Alexander now working on Bowie. Got caught in the air. Spot's going to take a short corner jumper, no good. Rebound into the hands of Miles Rickards, and he clears it away. Pass ahead, Wallace, too much. And that's an unforced error as Wallace took a hard tumble. And people walking the sidelines. And Unfortunate for Anderson as they had the ball with a chance to try and go up 2 possessions, or at least tack on an extra point or 2. And Wallace goes to the bench with a smile on his face after he took a tumble. But here we go, Bastrop now with the ball, 2:42 to play, their chance to take the lead back. Aldridge putting the moves on. McReynolds cuts him off. Now he's stuck in the corner. Pass to Alexander and a timeout for Bastrop. Another full timeout. Don't have the timeouts here ahead in front of me, but I know Bastrop has called more than Anderson. We'll go ahead and take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we'll keep this thing going. 39-38, Trojans holding on to a lead. Damari Perkins into double figures with 11. We'll be right back. Here we go. 4th quarter. Crunch time. 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the nose. As Aldridge, nearly a toe on the line there, would have been a turnover. Pass inside, nice cut for Burns. He lays it up and in. Caleb Burns has 6 points. Bastrop has the lead back, 40-39. Anderson needs a quality look at the basket here. Damari Perkins in the corner. He's been Anderson's hot hand today. Rickards to the wing. Burris, one dribble. Bowie left wide open. Doesn't want the shot. Good close out there from the Bastrop D. Here's McReynolds. Aggressive defense. Rickards finds a cutting Burris who passes it off to Bowie. Jack's going to pull it back out. Minute 45 left. Off to Rickards. Miles going to put it on the deck. Goes cross court, timeout. Anderson. Figure Anderson's going to try and whittle this down as much as they can. Minute 40. See what they're drawing up on the bench. I think it's going to be, based on who's on the bench, I think it's going to be Perkins, Burris, Haywood, Rickards, and McReynolds. Bastrop looking to make their record 16-16. Anderson trying to get over 500 on the season for the first time. Next Tuesday, Bastrop will go to McCallum. So back-to-back huge games for the Bears, number 1 and number 2 in district. And here we go. That is indeed the 5 for Anderson. Timer counting down. McReynolds off to Rickards. Miles, right side. Perkins, shot fake. Needs somewhere to go with it. Into the corner, McReynolds. Gets it back to Rickards in the corner. Miles out to Burris. Ben, head fake, corner. Rickards going to take the 3. Miles Rickards cashes in. A big 3 ball there for Miles Rickards. He has 6 points. Anderson has the lead back. It's 42-40. And the ball is thrown away. Trojan basketball. Indeed. Bastrop wanted to say it was tipped. Anderson didn't get that call earlier, but now Anderson with the ball. Have to be smart with it. 1:06 left, the ball and the lead. McReynolds. It's interesting to have Damari Perkins on the bench with the game that he's had, but it's paying off so far for Anderson. Trojans hold the ball. No need to. Bastrop isn't going to be able to get into the bonus unless they start fouling now, and I don't think that's the game plan. So kind of a rock and a hard place right now. Don't have the ball. Don't have the fouls. And there's one. That's just the second team foul against Bastrop. A lot of time left. 40 seconds, an eternity here. Perkins out, Perkins in. Noah out, Damari in. Miles Rickards, the big shot to put Anderson on the high side for now. McReynolds back to Miles Anderson. It's all about ball security here. Defense comes up. Burris into the corner. Haywood going to put it on the deck. Kick to the corner, and it's stolen. It's going to be an offensive foul anyway. So Haywood's pass to the corner was stolen by Aldridge, but he ran over the defense. So either way, it would have been Bastrop ball. 29 seconds left. Bastrop trails by 2. Anderson no fouls to give, of course, so Bastrop shooting on any contact. Haywood out. Wallace, Rickards, Burris, McReynolds, and Bowie in. Here we go. Aldridge working on Bowie. Goes across to Rangel. He'll put it on the deck and get pulled back out. 17 seconds left. Rangel stuck without a dribble. Does Bastrop have a timeout to use? And they use it. Full timeout. So Bastrop two timeouts for Anderson. I believe that has to be Bastrop's last. I think that's what they were signaling. Trojan faithful feels like that was their 7th timeout even. But instead, Bastrop will have a chance to inbound the ball again under 20 seconds to play. Their best three-point shooter on the bench with an injury. Ryden Alvarez suffered in the 3rd. Can the Trojans lock in for one more stop? Here we go on the road against the Bears. Here we go, same 5 for Anderson. Into the game now is Braden Sanchez, the junior. I haven't seen him all game, and he's coming in. Spots out there. Anderson rocking with Burris, Wallace, McReynolds, Bowie, and Rickards. They get it into Rangel. Wallace defending, going straight up. Bowie poked it free. It will stay here, 9 seconds left. (42-40). Haywood and Perkins checking into the game. Bowie and McReynolds out. Anderson going to put some size on the basketball. 42-40. 9.58 to go. Spots gets it into Alexander. Back to the basket. Down to 5 seconds. He's working on Rickards. Turns, gets Rickards in the air. The floater is good. Anderson called a timeout. They gave Anderson the timeout. But the floater good there for Preston Alexander at the death. Got the defender in the air. Anderson will have the timeout. We'll see how much time they put on the clock. They say .16. Because that's not enough time to get a shot off for Anderson. But it's 42-42, and we might have overtime. No, 1 second? What are they putting on? .61. So Anderson will have time for a catch and a heave. But it'll be baseline So we'll be headed to overtime here, almost certainly, unless Anderson can't get the ball in bounds. And how about Preston Alexander hitting the shot there with a fraction of a second to go? 3/5 to be exact. .61, Perkins to inbound. He's your quarterback. They don't have anybody on Wallace here. Just got to get it in. Burris gets the heave away. I don't think that would have counted anyway. And we have overtime. Four minutes. Tied at 42. Headed to overtime. Preston Alexander, the first Bear into double figures with that kind of leaner at the buzzer, the step through. It's tried that a couple times today. Of course, the fouls don't change here in overtime. So I think the signal here, Anderson with 2 timeouts, Bastrop with 1. 4 minutes. Trojans had the lead. Bastrop led the whole second quarter and third quarter with Anderson taking the lead at 39-38 and then 42-40. Anderson will come out with their starters on the floor. Bastrop going with Aldridge, Spots, Alexander, Burns, and Rangel. We will have a jump ball. And it is won by Damari Perkins and the Anderson, or rather, won by Rickards. Perkins took it away. Up ahead. Finds a cutting Burris, but too strong, out of bounds. Burris says it's off a Bastrop, but it'll be a turnover to start overtime. Black turnover, white ball. And Perkins out, Wallace in, sub for defense. 42 apiece. Aldridge gets into the paint, up and under is good. How did he hit that? Pass ahead, Burris, dangerous for Anderson. Ben, back to Rickards. Miles going to try the three, in and out. Rebound, Burris. Ben to the basket, foul. Ben Burris, uncanny ability to be the smallest guy in the scrum and come away with the rebound. Him and Wallace, they're always able to come away with it. That's the key to this Anderson basketball team, as Ben Burris steps to the line for free throws and misses the first. He's got 4 points. And Burns checks out. He might be cramping. Arnold in. Burris 1 for 2. Ben's got 5 points. 44-43 now. Bastrop with the lead. Arnold back to the basket. Kick to the corner. Rangel going to drive past Rickards. Defense comes from Perkins. Back outside. Aldridge going to fire the three. That too strong. Rebound goes to Ben Burris. Burris with his eyes up. Anderson's got something like numbers as Burris flies to the basket and is fouled. That's the last foul Bastrop has. They're going to get number 21, Isaiah Arnold, the junior there, who's been limited, or I should say has seen limited action. Burns back in. 6 points for him. Anderson needs somebody to inbound the ball here. It's going to be McReynolds. Burris. McReynolds. And ball is loose. Luke's got it back. Burris. Wallace. Head fake. And 2.5 to play. In OT, Trojans trail by 1. Burris. Rickards. Miles. Out to McReynolds. Pass a little low. Catch it in rhythm. He might be able to get that off as Anderson going to call the timeout. Jump ball favors Bastrop. Full timeout. I think Anderson still has one now. Both teams shooting free throws. I know we like to hear that. UConn lost, if you care. St. John's. Great week for sports. Super Bowl coming up on Sunday, bringing you into the weekend with some high school basketball. College softball getting started this weekend. College hoops, of course, in full swing. We're glad you're with us on a Friday. McReynolds will inbound from the baseline. Haywood, McIlvaney, Perkins, and Burris in the ball game at the moment. Luke finds McIlvaney headed towards the basket. Luke without a dribble. Burris passes off to Haywood. Austin patient. Shot no good. Foul. And that one, I think they're going to get Alexander. No, they're going to get Burns. Burns doesn't like the call, trying to pump the crowd up. As Austin Haywood will step to the line, he's got 4. Wallace and Bowie ready to check in. No good for Haywood. Haywood, 1 for 2. That ties the game. Austin's got 5 points. It's 44 all, both teams with 2 points in the period. Aldridge. Crosses over on Burris, spins to the basket, kicks to the corner. Rangel going to try and drive in. He'll pull up from 2. No good. Rebound goes to Jack Bowie. Jack going to put it on the decks. Just trying to get away from that double team, and he does. Now 1:45 to go. Anderson going to hold the ball for a second. No one coming out on him, so he will hold, and eventually Aldridge goes. Burris. Wallace on the block, caught in a double team. Zach throwing elbows, trying to get free. Ball is loose on the floor, and that'll be a turnover. Can't throw it into the man with no help in the post there, but here comes Alexander, spinning, rising, hitting. Preston Alexander, 12 points in the game. Pass ahead for Luke McReynolds. Luke puts it on the deck. Wallace for Bowie. And Anderson resets. Burris is going to fire the 3. That one way off. Rebound loose into the hands of Rangel. 1:05 to go. Ball and foul against Bowie. Free throws coming. Rangel to the line. He's got 5 points. Big free throws here. Clutch it out. First one no good. Bowie, Wallace, and Haywood out. Noah and Damari Perkins in. Rickards out there, the starting 5 for the Trojans, McReynolds and Burris. Rangel looking to make it a 3-point game, give himself 6 points. Second free throw is good. 47-44. Anderson needs a quick look at the basket or a 3. Don't think they want double OT at this point. Burris, Rickards, he'll take it from the paint, and Miles will cash that in. Anderson trails it by 1. 8 points for Rickards. 40 seconds left in the ball game. It's 47-46. Rangel with it, and Bastrop will burn their last time out. 35 seconds to go. It's a 1-point game, and that'll do it for them. They get the extra timeout in overtime. Oh boy. 5-4 in overtime. Both teams out of fouls to give. Now Bastrop out of timeouts. Anderson still has 1. And with the way Anderson plays the ball, the lack of timeouts for Bastrop could become very, very significant if a trap comes. Keep the ball in open space. Don't put it into a corner. Don't give Anderson an extra defender on the sideline or the baseline, or worst of all, the corner. So Anderson with 2 timeouts. Bastrop with 0. So yes, Anderson had 2 left. They get the 1 for overtime. They get it into Burns, off to Alexander. Defense comes in from behind, and Luke McReynolds has it. Anderson up the floor. Bowie, a lot of contact, no call. Wallace is down. Now 30 seconds left. Aldridge is fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Anderson had their chance at it. Bowie couldn't convert. And now a couple of free throws here for Jay Aldridge to try and push this to a 3-point game with 23 seconds to go. Aldridge, 4 points in the game, and the 2 biggest free throws of the game here. First one good. Bowie and Wallace out. Rickards, Haywood, Burris, McReynolds, and Perkins out there now for Anderson. Second free throw to make it a 3-point ball game. Aldridge leaves it short, and he gets his own miss. Ball game. 15 seconds to go. Luke McReynolds up ahead, lost it, and that'll be a turnover. 50-46. Is Anderson going to foul and send Preston Alexander? Nobody put a body on the shooter. And they'll get Rickards for the foul. Aldridge missed it. That's what Anderson needed. Get the ball down 2 with a chance to win it. But now, with 11 seconds left, Alexander at the line to put this away, and he misses the first. Lane violation. I thought it was on Rickards. They're going to get it on Aldridge. They're going to say Aldridge flinched, which made Rickards go. False start goes against the offense. Trojans will sub. Baseline out of bounds, so Anderson has some life. That's technically 0 for 2. Or not even, just an empty trip to the free throw line. Perkins to inbound. Anderson needs a quick 2. Better yet, a 3. Perkins overthrew it, and Bastrop has it. 8 seconds left, and now Anderson, they're still going to keep fouling. They're trying to. And down to 5 seconds, and Bastrop going to pick up the win over Anderson here. That'll be the first loss of the district season for the Trojans. Rangel makes the first. He's got 7 points. Anderson going to call a timeout, down 6 with 5 seconds to go, 4.5 seconds to go. As after today, Anderson will still be in first place. Bastrop will still be in third. But Bastrop back to 500, Anderson a game below. Next week, Anderson will have 2 home games. First home game since January 23rd. They'll play Navarro, who's 0 for 9, and Lhasa, who, as it stands today, would be in the postseason. I think they're wrapping up a game against Cedar Creek. That one with big playoff implications. But here is Diego Rangel to try and close this out. Already a 5-point game with 5 seconds to go. Bastrop just sagging all the way off, and that's the right thing. You don't need to foul, don't need to turn this into anything other than a clock game at this point, as both free throws good. Perkins gets it into Alexander, and that'll be the ball game. As a basket late adds 2 more to the board for Bastrop, and they storm the floor. 52-46 your final score here in overtime. Bastrop gets the win.